From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Wednesday morning. We still have multiple fires burning within the viewing area, so we'll go ahead and get right into it. We'll start with the two fires that are burning in Yakima County. We start with the Williams Mine fire, still burning to the south of Mount Adams and extreme southwestern Yakima County. Definitely less active hotspots on the map this morning as opposed to yesterday morning, but this thing is still approaching 11,000 acres and it is 0% contained. Evacuations in place for Skamania and Klickitat counties, but not for Yakima County, at least with that fire. But we do have evacuations in place with this fire in Yakima County. The Retreat fire didn't get a big update yesterday in terms of acreage or containment, but just know that we still have the level 3 evacuation in place and then the level 1 evacuation in place for the Tieton and Cowiche area. And by the way, you can find all sorts of information listed on each fire online at applevalleynewsnow.com. Okay, on to the Lone Rock fire. Also, we didn't get an update with the acreage or containment on this one yesterday, so this one's right around 100% contained. So we'll, just keep our fingers crossed that we can be done talking about that fire in no time. And then for the Battle Mountain complex, this one is, well, obviously the larger fire of the two, the Monkey Creek fire. This one's closing in on 180,000 acres, but containment did jump up yesterday, up to 82%, and we did get some tweaks to evacuation, specifically for Morrow County. You can find a link to an interactive map of those evacuations, those level 3 evacuations for southeastern Morrow County, and also the level 2s and the level 1s still in place for portions of Umatilla County. And again, you can find all sorts of information on each fire listed online at applevalleynewsnow.com. I'll show you what all this is doing to our air quality, and that's going to be coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Good morning, Northwest. We have an update on the drive-by shooting in Pasco. What police mean when they say it was a random act of violence, but there's no threat to the public.
And new this morning, a heated meeting for Mapton City Council last night as the mayor was met with pushback from community members. Emily Goodell with that report. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
We start this morning with breaking news right out of Kennewick. A fire overnight in the 2300 block of North Utah Street destroys a home. Deputy Fire Chief Michael Hefner says neighbors spotted the flames just after 2 a.m.
Hefner says within a few minutes of firefighters getting to the scene, the flames took over most of the home. At this time, it's unclear if anyone was in the home during the fire. Fire officials will continue their investigation this morning. Crews from Benton County Fire District 1 and Richland also responded. The Kennewick Police Department went door to door helping people who lived near the burning home get out if they needed to. The cause of the fire is under investigation.
Also new this morning, concerns continue over the continued lack of a budget in the city of Mapton. The council voting to hire a new attorney at last night's meeting.
But the mayor refusing to sign the contract. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell was at that heated meeting where the mayor was met with pushback from council and community members.
Well, you always want to talk, so you're going to wait.
I'm professional.
Oh, my goodness.
You might treat your council like this, but you're not going to treat me like this.
The city of Mapton has been operating without a budget for all of 2024. And with no budget on file for 2023 either, the mayor says they need help from an outside contractor.
She's walking us through the process, but she needs to be here hands-on a little bit more so we can get a feel of things.
The city not only without a budget, but missing $22,000 in cash and checks. Stolen from the city in a fake robbery scheme, allegedly involving a city employee.
And what's going on with the investigation, because nobody knows anything. Right now you're paying somebody sitting at home on administrative leave getting paid for nothing.
The council requesting a new lawyer after they say the city attorney refuses to communicate with them directly without the mayor's involvement. The mayor saying there's no need for a change.
Things are going to go south. Not for me, but for council. So you guys better think about it. So, I've been threatened here before, so just stop.
The council voting to approve a contract with the new lawyer.
Well, I am not going to sign the contract. I'm sorry.
If we're requiring you to sign a new contract and you're refusing to, that means you're refusing to do your job.
The mayor twice attempting to end the meeting early.
Mayor, if you'd like to recuse yourself, you can.
No, I am not. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction.
Okay, then you can adjourn it.
The council moving forward with the new attorney, who signed the contract at the meeting despite the mayor's refusal. In Mabton, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Council members have filed a recall petition against the mayor in Yakima County Superior Court with a hearing scheduled for this morning.
And we'll have more about that later tonight. Now, we are continuing to monitor a drive-by shooting that happened Monday night in Pasco.
Police say a juvenile was shot and injured but is expected to survive.
The shooting was first reported around 7 p.m. near the Circle K on Chapel Hill and Broadmoor Boulevard. Shortly after the shooting, officials said there was no threat or danger to the public, but residents were asking how there could be no threat if this was a random shooting.
This morning, we're hearing the explanation from the Pasco Police Department.
Yeah, so when we're putting out information that we don't believe that there's a specific threat to the public, what we're trying to convey is that we don't think that this is a random event that is occurring to uninvolved persons. So we're not concerned that there's an individual just going around attacking people at random. This was a specific isolated incident. So we want people to understand that while there are dangers out there on the day-to-day community, this does not elevate our standard assessment of that risk.
At last check, a suspect has not been arrested.
Franklin County will be asking for an increase in funding for its emergency communications system on the November ballot. The system is failing, which puts public safety in danger.
Franklin County Sheriff Jim Raymond spoke at the Pasco City Council meeting Monday night about the dead zones in some areas of the county.
And so what we do is we live day by day now, at least when you get north of the city, as our radio systems are going to work. And if I took you out on a drive, I'd get you to about Burr Canyon, and then you would see where there is no radio for law enforcement in the 800 environment right now. It just goes dead.
Raymond also says voting to support the tax will ensure that first responders have the resources they need to protect and serve the community.
In continuing fire coverage now, the Retreat fire has burned through more than 45,000 acres southwest of Natchez.
The fire is no longer burning alongside Highway 12, but the roadway remains closed. Firefighters are still using the highway as an access point for emergency vehicles and equipment. Washoe crews also need to assess damage to infrastructure before they can reopen this roadway.
We've had about 3,100 feet of guardrail that needs to be replaced along that area, as well as a dozen highway signs. And all of those items were damaged from the Retreat fire itself.
You can find information about detour routes and how much extra time it'll add to your trip on AppleValleyNewsNow.com. And we're learning more about the impending Cadillac strike. The strike notice comes after an 8-month-long failed employee negotiation contract. The strike is set to start next Tuesday and last about a week. Apple Valley News Now spoke with Cadillac employees, and they say the strike is all about being treated fairly to them.
We feel like we're just being kind of pushed around, like we're not as good. We don't need to be treated the same. Like I said, we all do the same work. We all have the same goal. It would just be nice to be treated as such. Cadillac hospital officials say both parties would return to the negotiating table once the strike is over. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, PNNL is opening the doors to its newest research hub, why it's set to improve the reliability of the power grid. And Chief Meteorologist Josh Culberth will have your weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest will be back in just a moment.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
While many things in life change, one constant is the accuracy of our forecast.
Because at Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather, accuracy matters.
We're Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather, on your side.
Always on your side.
Power your adventures with the all-electric 2024 Subaru Solterra. It comes with legendary Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive, standard, plus a rugged 8.3 inches of ground clearance. Everything about the Subaru Solterra is advanced, including the technology keeping you and your passengers safe. Love is now electric.
Find your way home in a new Subaru Solterra from McCurley Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event.
Bad sleep.
No, the worst.
You know, there's really no excuse for bad sleep. During the Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or save up to $700 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and score a $300 gift. Check out the Summit, just $299.99. Or get 60 months, no interest, and free shipping. The Labor Day sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Another morning to savor the crunchy nooks and cranny splendor of a Thomas's English muffin.
Tom, which is a nook and which is a cranny?
That's a nook, cranny, nook, cranny. I mean, they should be teaching you this in school. Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
A lot is changing in our community right now. New roads, new schools, and new opportunities. We're growing, and that means there are more cars on our streets than ever before. That's why we're expanding our facilities and services. So no matter what roads lie ahead, you'll always find your way home.
As part of Wheels Make Wishes Come True, a generous portion of every vehicle sold will be donated to help local kids.
Millionaire has awarded over $910,000. But who will win it all?
Yes! I think you're misunderstanding. You haven't won the million yet.
I didn't think we'd get the first one.
An all-new Who Wants to Be a Millionaire tonight on ABC.
Round 5 voting is now open. Click contests at applevalleynewsnow.com.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Most spots are just seeing some pretty light haze and smoke for this morning, but we are seeing a bit thicker smoke, of course, immediately downwind and around the perimeter of the Williams mine fire in southwestern Yakima County. But the rest of us seeing some pretty light haze for now. We'll go ahead and we'll put this in motion. And this is around lunchtime. You see pretty light haze for most spots, and it's going to be just about the same thing into this evening and overnight. Now, where we do have some thicker smoke would be, again, immediately downwind of the Williams mine fire in southern Yakima County, also for Klickitat County. And then into tomorrow, the cycle is nearly going to be identical to today. You see light haze for most spots except for downwind of the Williams mine fire in Yakima County. For this morning, it is brisk out there again. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s. It was the breezes definitely weren't as strong as they were yesterday morning in the Tri-Cities. There are some light ones out there this morning, just kind of underscoring the need to have a light jacket. But a little bit later today, it's going to be more t-shirt weather. We'll be up around 80 come time for lunchtime, and then around 85 again by the peak of daytime heating. So for today, more below average high temperatures, most of us ending up in the 80s. Of course, we talked about the hazy sunshine, but into tomorrow, thunderstorm chances come back into the picture, and I'll time those out with Futurecast. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Turning to Tropical Storm Ernesto now, which is nearly a Category 1 hurricane as it moves through the Caribbean. That's according to the National Hurricane Center. It shows Ernesto passing north of San Juan, Puerto Rico, and moving northwest at 16 miles per hour. Ernesto did not make direct landfall on Puerto Rico, but heavy rain and strong winds are impacting the island. At last check, more than 100,000 people were without power. The storm should move over the western Atlantic later in the week and could reach major hurricane strength by Friday morning. Ernesto is expected to pass near or over Bermuda as a Category 2 or 3 hurricane on Saturday. In environment news now, PNNL opened the doors to its newest research hub yesterday, dubbed the Grid Storage Launchpad. Officials say it's a milestone in taking steps to enhance energy infrastructure and improve the reliability of the power grid. From development to testing, everything will be done under one roof. Gary Richmond, the Undersecretary for Science and Innovation with the DOE, says research and work at the GSL starts a lot smaller than you may think.
To get those batteries to work, we have to work on a molecular level at what's in those batteries, and that's what this place is really good at. In addition to taking not only what's going in, whether it's a salt or lithium, but also to be able to look at huge batteries and what's the chemistry and what's the materials that got to go in there in order to make it work.
It's a 93,000 square foot research facility housing 30 labs and employing around 100 researchers. In our next hour of Good Morning Northwest, Riley Fitzgerald brings us more on the story from PNNL's brand new Grid Storage Launchpad. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, President Biden has announced $150 million in funding for research aimed at improving the outcomes of cancer surgeries. And some of that money is going to Washington universities. Details are coming up.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company.
Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
Whoa, is this your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. Yesterday, I was at the Nissan end of summer sales event taking a test drive, and Laura says,
"We've got somewhere to be."
And off we went. We're having a blast. And she tells me it's recommended by Consumer Reports.
These Rogues are going fast.
I knew I had to have that Rogue.
Get 0% financing for 36 months, or get up to $2,500 total savings on remaining select 2024 Rogue Platinum trims.
Are you suffering from stomach pain, a sprained ankle, or does your child have cold or flu-like symptoms? When sudden illness or minor injuries occur, Astria Rapid Care is here for you. Our providers can see you right away with no appointment necessary. Astria Rapid Care is the place for minor emergencies, sprains, cuts, and more, with convenient locations in Prosser, Sunnyside, and Toppenish. Astria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
Hi, I'm Catherine Forner, and we love our own backyard so much, we built all of this.
With hardwood decking and basalite pavers.
And we just finished this deck for one of our best customers.
With TimberTech decking and Fortress railing.
And we get everything we need from Par. With Shauna's help.
Everything from design to delivery.
What would we do without you?
Par, your total home building source since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company.
Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
Good Morning Northwest streams all day at AppleValleyNewsNow.com and our mobile apps. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. The sun has not yet risen yet over the Columbia River, but it's getting there. And it is a little bit chilly for this morning. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s, but a little bit later today we're going to end up in the 80s. Pretty similar to yesterday. Will be about 5 degrees below average for this time of the year. Hazy sunshine for most spots. The haze and the smoke will be a little bit thicker in southern Yakima County and in Klickitat County. Wind should be pretty light for today, and for tonight they'll continue to be pretty light. Overnight lows falling back into the 50s, maybe some low 60s in the foothills of the Blue Mountains. The haze and the smoke situation is going to be just about the same. Okay, then into the wee hours of the morning for tomorrow, let's show you what could come to fruition with Futurecast as we put this into motion. You see, by 8 in the morning, could have some showers or thunderstorms starting to impact southern portions of Morrow or Umatilla counties, and this will become more widespread. And by the time we get to lunchtime, maybe some of this could start to impact some portions of Washington. That could continue into the afternoon, into the evening. Then watch this into the evening. Maybe another complex of thunderstorms moving throughout the Blue Mountains. Remember, we saw that yesterday morning. Thankfully, we didn't see any holdover fires from that, but we are certainly not out of the woods just yet when it comes to the fire start potential. So a resurgence in thunderstorm chances for Thursday, a little break in the action for Friday, then another resurgence for Saturday, and then maybe some smaller chances persisting after that. So the lightning, not the best news, but I'd say these temperatures, that's pretty good news over the next 7 days. Looks like we're going to have a little aberration here on Saturday, a little bit warmer, but the rest of these days will be below average. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Will be warm and hazy for today. We'll have small shower and thunderstorm chances for Thursday and Saturday, mostly staying in the 80s through early next week. For Yakima, tough air quality in southern Yakima County. We'll have a string of thunderstorm chances from Thursday through Sunday, and we'll have below average highs for the next week. For Hermiston, will be a bit breezy for this morning. We'll have small shower and thunderstorm chances for Thursday and Saturday, and highs will range from 85 to 90 for the next 7 days. Then for Walla Walla, we'll be warm with hazy sunshine for today. Consistent chances for thunderstorms Thursday through Saturday, and highs stay mostly in the mid-80s through next Tuesday.
Thank you, Josh. The CDC says there's been an increase in respiratory illness, commonly referred to as fifth disease. Fifth disease, or parvovirus B19, is actually quite common, and half the population has detectable antibodies by the time they reach 20 years old. The problem is infections dropped during the COVID-19 pandemic, leading to a reduction in immunity. So more people are getting sick from the virus now. Not everyone will develop symptoms, and those who do get typical flu-like symptoms followed by a rash and joint pain. It can also cause complications in pregnant women and those with sickle cell disease. Washing hands frequently and keeping surfaces clean helps stop the spread of parvovirus B19. President Joe Biden has announced $150 million in funding for research aimed at improving the outcomes of cancer surgeries. The announcement came yesterday as the President and First Lady visited Tulane University in New Orleans. The funding is part of the White House Cancer Moonshot effort he first launched in 2016 as Vice President after the death of Beau Biden. Biden relaunched it 2 years ago with the goal of cutting the U.S. cancer rate by at least 50% over the next 25 years.
We're mobilizing a whole-of-country effort to cut American cancer deaths in half by 2020 and within 25 years and boost support for patients and their families. I'm confident in our capacity to do that. I know we can, but it's not just personal. It's about what's possible.
The money is going to 7 universities, including the University of Washington, and a company that provides the medical imaging used by cancer surgeons. The teams are collaborating on a program aimed at making tumor removals more effective. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, former President Barack Obama drops a summer playlist every year, and we have which songs made the cut this year. We'll take a look at that next, but first, here's one of those songs. I think we have it. Yes, we do. It's called $1 Million Baby by Tommy Richmond. It's certainly one of the songs of the summer. We'll be right back.
The Pacific Clinic is a health, sports, and medical campus in Kennewick, now accepting new patients for primary care. We offer patient-specific solutions for physical, mental, and emotional health concerns. You'll receive quality one-on-one time with our medical professionals and experienced support team. Begin your new health plan with today's best technologies and facilities for the whole family. Play hard, live well at the PC. Call us at 509-783-5465 today.
If you're hurt at work, your life can go into a downward spiral.
You're injured. You can't work. Your bills are piling up.
But winning workers' comp benefits isn't easy.
You're the underdog.
We'll fight labor and industries to get you the workers' compensation benefits you deserve.
If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
Power your adventures with the all-electric 2024 Subaru Solterra. It comes with legendary Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive, standard, plus a rugged 8.3 inches of ground clearance. Everything about the Subaru Solterra is advanced, including the technology keeping you and your passengers safe. Love is now electric.
Find your way home in a new Subaru Solterra from McCurley Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event.
Off the clock? And you're relaxing in that old thing?
Come on, just a little duct tape. It's good to go.
Well, right now, you can score amazing comfort that's built to last with savings up to 50% during the Labor Day sale at Furniture Row. Shop today because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. You'll also find huge savings on living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses. Or get 60 months no interest financing. The Labor Day sale on now at Furniture Row.
Welcome to the Walla Walla Airport, where you'll experience enhanced convenience. Your gateway to adventure has expanded its security checkpoint and upgraded the departure area for your comfort. With free parking and daily Alaska Airline flights to Seattle, your travel plans are easier than ever. Whether you're off to relax or to explore, start your journey smoothly with our improved facilities. Create unforgettable memories today. Book now at alaskaair.com. Your next adventure is just a flight away at Walla Walla Regional Airport, where parking is always free.
Hello there, watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Trending now. So every year, former President Barack Obama shares the songs that are on his summer playlist, the songs that he's been rocking out to over the summer.
That's right. And Obama released his annual summer playlist on social media Monday. In typical form, his selections are pretty eclectic.
It features songs like Tommy Richmond's $1 Million Baby and Paul Russell's Lil Boudin, to tracks by established artists like Sting, Bob Dylan, and Jill Scott. There's a span of classics from Blackstreet's No Diggity, Diggable Planet's Rebirth of Slick, and Where Did Our Love Go by the Supremes.
Along with past favorites, Tupac and the Rolling Stones, and other singers who landed on the list include electro-pop singer Charli XCX, who is blowing up on Twitter and on social media, and country breakout star Shabuzi. And I saw that he had Glorilla with Meg Thee Stallion on there too, and I feel like Barack Obama always surprises me with this playlist.
That is a very eclectic list.
He's just so hip. I don't know. Any songs on y'all's playlist that he had?
No,
I didn't know half of them, but anything by Bob Dylan, I will listen to.
Okay,
sure.
The Shabuzi song is a really good one for me.
He stays with the times. I'm very impressed.
It is impressive.
Yes.
Well, in more music news, Flavor Flav knows what time it is.
Yes, he does. The rapper, famous for wearing big clocks around his neck, shared on social media that he made U.S. gymnast Jordan Childs a bronze clock necklace encrusted with diamonds.
It comes after Childs was stripped of her Olympic bronze medal after Romania said U.S. coaches did not advocate to have Childs' score raised within the allotted 1 minute. Childs originally placed 5th before her score was adjusted.
The Court of Arbitration for Sport declined to hear Childs' appeal and refused to look at new evidence showing the appeal of her score was brought in just 47 seconds. USA Gymnastics says it will continue to pursue the case.
Meanwhile, Childs is taking a break from social media amid the controversy, but her mother thanked Flava Flav on the post and said she'd share it with her. Oh,
I mean, it is a really nice looking.
I know, diamonds encrusted on it.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
It's nice. It's not a bronze medal, but it's nice.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest at 5:30, we'll hear from city officials on the funding concerns over the MLK Center in Pasco. Monique Ledesma with that report.
Plus, the latest developments in the case of Brian Koberger, the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students, what prosecutors are saying about where the trial should be held. Details are coming up, but first, here are your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Google unveils its newest devices. Leading the phone lineup is the Pixel 9 series, including 3 Pro models and the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. All the new phones include updated designs, new processors, and advanced AI tools. Prices start at $800 with the foldable price at $1,800. Google has also announced the Pixel Watch 3. It offers brighter displays, longer battery life, and a new pulse detection system that can automatically call emergency services. The watch also included advanced health monitoring and improved fitness tracking. And finally, Google revealed the Pixel Buds Pro, its first earbuds powered by Gemini AI. The second generation earbuds feature enhanced audio processing and adaptive noise cancellation. They'll be available for pre-order September 26th for $229. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Danny New. Have a great day.
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. We designed smarter ways to detect motion for fast emergency response. We create HD cameras so you can see what's happening in your home from anywhere. All powered by Fast Protect technology. Exclusively from Simply Safe for faster police response. Now install our advanced system your way. Have a pro set it up or easily do it yourself. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
With bugs, the struggle is real. That's why you need Zevo traps. Zevo works 24/7 to attract and trap flying insects for effortless protection.
The used cartridge is thrown out.
Zevo, people friendly, bug deadly.
To stay on top of my game, I need to keep up my energy.
Cliff Bar is purposely crafted with 10 grams of protein and organic oats.
Because the more good you put in, the more great you get out.
Cliff, the most important ingredient is you.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
It is a bit windy, a bit cool outside. Josh, we got after you yesterday about it, and
sure did.
It's here again today.
Yes.
What are you doing about it?
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it because
I'm not enjoying it. It's too cold. Just kidding.
Oh,
no,
man.
it's perfect actually. It really is.
I don't want the cooler temperatures. The wind is what gets me. I don't want the wind.
Yes. That's like, I'm from the South, so it's like, it's not the heat, it's the humidity.
Oh, yeah.
That's like the Northwest version.
That's right.
It's not
You're right.
It's not
really
air
is,
temperature, it's the wind. Yeah. So that is the case for some of us this morning. The wind's definitely not as strong as what they were yesterday morning in the Tri-Cities, but you can still see, this is from our Health First camera atop our studios in Kennewick. You can see some of the branches swaying in the wind, so there is definitely some out there for this morning, and you combine that with the air temperatures, and it does feel a little chilly out there with 50s and 60s, so I would highly recommend grabbing the light jacket as you're headed out the front door. A little bit later today, it's going to be warm, just like with yesterday. Most of us will end up in the 80s. We'll have hazy sunshine, and our cooler weather will continue after this. So that's good news. Haze will be pretty light for most spots, except for in southern Yakima County and Klickitat County. But outside of that, that's pretty good news. However, there is some bad news in that thunderstorm chances are going to go up, especially for Thursday and Saturday. And I'll show you what our fire fuels and our vegetation, just how dry that's looking ahead of this. And that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Starting off in Pasco this half hour, where we're now hearing from city officials in response to funding concerns over the MLK Center.
So last week we told you about a reallocation of ARPA funds from the MLK Center remodel budget to the Boys and Girls Club. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma spoke to the city of Pasco about this funding decision and what comes next for the center.
The city had in ARPA funding some money left over, so we put 1.2 about towards the Boys and Girls Club and then 2.5 towards the MLK Center.
Brian Ace with the Boys and Girls Club says the Pasco 1953 clubhouse is in need of renovations, and the ARPA funding will help kick off the first phase of the master plan that's set to start in early 2025.
I think it was critical to partner with City Council early on in COVID to recognize that ARPA funding could really make a huge benefit on this building. So in 2021, when the council originally allocated those dollars both to the Boys and Girls Club and the Martin Luther King Center, we saw the ability to take two amazing projects and lift them both up. And we're excited to see improvements in both spaces.
Ace says with the master plan, the Pasco Clubhouse will be able to serve more young people.
Is really expanding our services to teens. Sometimes when people think of Boys and Girls Club, they think of younger kids. But at this point, we serve just as many middle school and high school youth as we do elementary kids. So really the signature piece of the renovations to come is expanding our middle school room and our high school room to really focus on teens, workforce development, academic success, and character and leadership.
Ace also says the master plan not only focuses on the local youth's futures, but provides a safe space for them to grow.
I think by having some of these public dollars invested in this space and then pairing those with private dollars that have already been donated and those that will be donated in the future, we can really provide a better third space, a home away from home for the teens that we serve.
As for the MLK Center renovations, Warner says the city is still seeking more aid in helping the center through their renovation plans.
We're still working on investments in the MLK Center. We're still moving forward with that. And part of that is going to be talked about in our capital improvements plan proposal.
Now, the city of Pasco will host its first open house meeting for the capital improvement plan next Tuesday at Café Con Arte from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m.
This is a chance for people to provide feedback about the spending plan for the MLK Center and all of the capital improvement projects in Pasco. In continuing coverage of the murder of 4 University of Idaho students in 2022.
Prosecutors in Latah County say the man accused in that case should go on trial in the community where the students were killed. Now on Monday, county prosecutors filed an objection to a request from Brian Kohberger's defense team pushing to move the trial to Boise, Idaho. The defense cited media coverage and a survey of prospective jurors in Latah County.
Prosecutors argue Kohberger can still have a fair trial in Latah County. Kohberger is accused of killing Madison Mogan, Kaylee Gonsalves, Ethan Chapin, and Xana Kernodle at a home just off campus. The trial is scheduled for next June. A hearing on the change of venue is scheduled for August 29th.
In world news now, a new round of Gaza ceasefire talks is beginning. This in attempts to avoid a Middle Eastern war. International leaders are trying to calm tensions between Iran and Israel.
If they escalate, the U.S. and Iranian proxies in other countries could end up involved. The U.S. is trying to prevent that from happening. Talks are set for Thursday.
And in more national news, the United States has approved sending $20 billion in weapons sales to Israel. Congress was notified of the sale, and according to the State Department, this includes F-15 fighter jets, advanced air-to-air missiles, tank ammunition, high-explosive mortars, and tactical vehicles.
This comes at a time of intense concern that Israel may become involved in a wider Middle East war. However, the weapons are not expected to get to Israel anytime soon. There are contracts that will take years to fulfill. The earliest systems being delivered under the contract aren't expected until 2026. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we take a look at the progress being made on the 2 new high schools in Pasco.
And we'll take a look at some helpful back-to-school tips. But first, Josh will have what you can expect today in your weather forecast. Keep it right here, and we'll be right back.
Round 5 voting is now open. Click contests at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Les Schwab Tires reminds you time is running out in Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown.
Round 5 voting is now open. After voting, enter to win a $25 gift card from STCU. We're giving away a total of 24 cards from STCU, Les Schwab Tires, and Whitman Hill Winery.
Does cooking feel like a kitchen battle? You need Granite Stone Armor Max, the revolutionary cookware set with 4 durable layers of ultra non-stick. So slick, virtually nothing sticks. No oil or butter needed. You can get the Granite Stone Armor Max set for just 4 easy payments of $39.99. We'll include this razor sharp knife set and deep steam and fry pan set, yours absolutely free. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free. Order now.
It's time for Columbia Basin Buildings and Shed's Summertime Sales Event. Discover our wide variety of buildings, including custom build options to fit your unique needs, and they are all on sale. Minimum of 10% off all buildings. That's right. We offer free and fast delivery, and we're committed to unbeatable quality and service. Don't miss out on the best deals of the season. Come visit Columbia Basin Building and Sheds in West Richland and Sunnyside for the best deals of the season.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Power your adventures with the all-electric 2024 Subaru Solterra. It comes with legendary Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive, standard, plus a rugged 8.3 inches of ground clearance. Everything about the Subaru Solterra is advanced, including the technology keeping you and your passengers safe. Love is now electric.
Find your way home in a new Subaru Solterra from McCurley Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event.
How many people here have any belly buttons? Show off.
Next 5, Mark Cuban. Plus, John Batiste performs.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
The vibe in the house is schemy.
Here we go again. Target's on my back.
Tonight went absolutely not how anybody was expecting.
We're villains.
Hey, good morning, America.
morning, America.
Good morning, America.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in. I'm in.
I'm in too. I am in. I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now we have temperatures in the 50s and 60s in Kittitas County, 61 for Ellensburg, 58 for Cle Elum. Definitely need a light jacket there in addition to most other spots for this morning. In Yakima County, we're seeing temperatures that are in the 50s almost exclusively. 51 for Sunnyside, 55 for Toppenish, 59 for Union Gap. And then in the Tri-Cities and in the Lower Columbia Basin, 50s and 60s, 62 technically in the Tri-Cities, 53 for Umatilla, 56 degrees for Boardman. And then we're seeing 50s for the foothills and 30s and 40s this morning up in the Blue Mountains. So quite chilly up that way. Again, I think all of us would need some sort of jacket for this morning, but come time for a bit later this morning, it's going to be more t-shirt weather as we'll end up being in the mid 80s when it's all said and done for today. Now let's pivot to today's vegetation dryness. Remember, the 100th percentile would be the driest vegetation on record. So we're going to be up into the 72nd percentile for Kittitas and Yakima counties, up into the 78th percentile for the Lower Columbia Basin, and up into the 80th percentile for the Blue Mountains. So that's just about what it's going to look like when we have lightning in the forecast for tomorrow, which is some tough news. So I'll time out the lightning chances with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now, as we get closer to the start of the new school year, progress is being made on the construction of 2 new high schools in Pasco.
Apple Valley News Now's Lucy Lobdell reports on the update and has some helpful back-to-school tips.
Let's start off with this drone video from the Pasco School District, which was recently released. This is Orion High School, and there are lots of updates on how this work is going. The district says foundational footings have been completed, there's ongoing installation of underground utilities, and electrical conduits have been installed for the lab area. Orion High School is still on schedule to open in August 2025. Now let's check in how the work is going at Sageview High School. Concrete pours have been completed for auditorium seating steps. Sod installation has begun on the athletic fields. There is ongoing installation of skylights in the gymnasium. The district also says progress continues on door frame painting. Sageview is still on schedule to open in August 2025. Finally, let's talk safety. If your kid takes the bus, they should arrive at the bus stop at least 5 minutes before the bus is scheduled to arrive. Regarding bicycle safety, tell your child to always wear a correctly fitted helmet, and it's important to remember to ride in the same direction as traffic and follow traffic signs and signals. And if your child will walk to school this year, remember to tell them to use the sidewalk whenever possible. And if there isn't a sidewalk, walk on the edge of the street facing traffic. Reporting for Apple Valley News Now, I'm Lucy Lobdell.
Well, schools across Idaho are updating their policies in order to comply with the new harmful to minors law.
The new law, school districts must comply with restricting public and school libraries from having harmful materials that could be accessed by kids or risk being sued.
An official with Lakeland Joint School District says the law is explicit in what's deemed as harmful, and they've been working on policy changes for a while. One challenge they did run into was how they should address books in classroom libraries.
Each teacher will create a catalog of the book titles that are in their classroom, and then and provide that to parents, and then the parents will either opt in or opt out. So the kids either get to have access to the classroom library or don't get any access to the classroom library.
Coeur d'Alene Public Schools also had a first reading of its policy revisions Monday evening.
Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Big Lots announces it's closing over 300 stores. We have the reason why and more, like your top stories, coming up in our morning sprint.
Hello, I'm Alan Brecky from Alan Brecky Law Office. Community safety has been our law firm's #1 priority. We're a dedicated team of professionals committed to keeping our neighborhoods and other public places safe for everyone in the Tri-Cities and surrounding communities.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected. Which is ironic. Don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu. We can't watch something without also watching something else.
Ironic.
Ironic. But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Traffic jam.
Ugh, and I'm already late.
No matter what roads lead you home, McCurley Mazda is about to make your journey even better. Whether it's cruising riverside highways, winding vineyard trails, or anywhere else your travels take you, now is the perfect time to upgrade your way home. Visit McCurley in the Pasco Autoplex today for this special offer.
Find your way home in a new 2024 Mazda with 0% financing from McCurley Mazda.
Welcome to the Walla Walla Airport, where you'll experience enhanced convenience. Your gateway to adventure has expanded its security checkpoint and upgraded the departure area for your comfort. With free parking and daily Alaska Airlines flights to Seattle, your travel plans are easier than ever. Whether you're off to relax or to explore, start your journey smoothly with our improved facilities. Create unforgettable memories today. Book now at alaskaair.com. Your next adventure is just a flight away at Walla Walla Regional Airport, where parking is always free.
Dear 2031, we look forward to seeing you. After our 160-point quality assurance inspection, we'll be Toyota certified used vehicles with 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranties. Not to honk our own horns, but the best new cars make the best used cars. Yours, Toyota.
Get 6.39% APR for up to 60 months on many of your favorite Toyota certified used models. Find yours at toyotacertified.com. Toyota, let's go places.
While you're enjoying the rest of summer and getting ready for school and fall sports, be mindful of air quality. Also, traffic and water safety. Call us if you're injured.
Call 735-0546 to find out what your rights are under the law.
Watch live with Kelly and Mark weekdays at 9.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now you're taking a live look at Pasco. This view coming courtesy of the Dust Devils. Looks like there is some very light haze up in the sky. It's going to be that way for most of today. Now the thicker haze and smoke is going to be in southern Yakima County and Klickitat County because of the Williams mine fire. But other than that, again, pretty light haze, hazy sunshine out there for most folks, and today's highs are going to end up being in the 80s, pretty similar to yesterday, and that will be about 5 degrees below average for this time of the year. Winds are going to be light for today. They'll be pretty light for tonight as well. Overnight lows dropping off into the 50s and maybe even some low 60s in some portions of the foothills of the Blue Mountains. The haze and the smoke situation is going to stay the same for today and for tomorrow as well. Here's the big switch up in tomorrow's forecast, and it's going to be that we'll have some little thunderstorm chances. Now, we put this into motion with Futurecast. This is by 8 in the morning, and you can see Futurecast picking up on maybe some showers or thunderstorms making it to southern Morrow or Umatilla counties, and then putting this into motion even further. You can see by lunchtime, maybe some of this starting to get into some of our Washington County. So there will be that chance for thunderstorms tomorrow, but the best chance, especially into the late evening, is going to be along the Blue Mountains. Remember, we had that complex of thunderstorms just yesterday morning that put down a lot of lightning. Thankfully, there weren't any holdover fires, but there's still going to be that chance for tomorrow, and then a little resurgent chance into Saturday, and then some just small thunderstorm chances persisting after that into Sunday and Tuesday. So the lightning in the forecast, not the best news, but these temperatures, pretty good news. You see, Saturday, a bit of an anomaly, but the rest of these days will have below average high temperatures. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. It will be warm and hazy for today. Small shower and thunderstorm chances for Thursday and Saturday, mostly staying in the 80s through early next week. For Yakima, we'll have tough air quality in southern Yakima County of a string of thunderstorm chances from Thursday through Sunday and below average highs for the next week. For Hermiston, a bit breezy for this morning, winds tapering off later today. Small shower and thunderstorm chances for Thursday and Saturday, and highs range from 85 to 90 for the next 7 days. And then for Walla Walla, we'll be warm with hazy sunshine for today. Consistent chances for thunderstorms Thursday through Saturday. Highs stay mostly in the mid-80s through next Tuesday.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 5:48. It's time for your morning sprint in our 5 o'clock hour.
We're going to take you right to your 6 o'clock hour, but first up, here are the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. The city of Mapton has been operating without a budget all year long. The city not only without a budget, but also missing $22,000 stolen from the city in a fake robbery scheme allegedly involving a city employee. At a heated meeting last night, council members voted to hire a new attorney. The mayor refused to sign the contract. A hearing is scheduled this morning about a petition to recall the mayor.
The Retreat fire southwest of Natchez is no longer burning alongside Highway 12, but the roadway remains closed. Firefighters are still using the highway as an access point for emergency cars and equipment. WSDOT crews also need to look at the damage to infrastructure before they can reopen the roadway.
PNNL opened the doors to its newest research hub yesterday, the Grid Storage Launchpad. It's a 93,000 square foot research facility housing 30 labs and employing around 100 researchers. Everything will be done under one roof, from development to testing. Officials say it helps enhance energy infrastructure and improve the reliability of the power grid.
Franklin County will be asking for an increase in funding for its emergency communications system on the November ballot. The system is failing, which puts public safety in danger. Sheriff Jim Raymond says voting to support the tax will ensure that first responders have the resources they need to protect and serve the community.
Coming up this morning, the Franklin County Auditor is conducting a risk-limiting audit. This is a post-election check of a random sample of individual ballots. It helps to prove that the reported outcome of the election is in fact correct. This audit will be happening from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. today at the Franklin County Election Center, and it's open for people to watch.
Now, in your national news, a new round of Gaza ceasefire talks is set to take place tomorrow. International leaders are trying to calm tensions between Iran and Israel.
If they escalate, the U.S. and Iranian proxies in other countries could end up involved. The U.S. is trying to prevent that from happening.
In more national news, the U.S. has approved to send $20 billion worth of weapons to Israel. Congress was notified of the sale.
According to the State Department, this includes F-15 fighter jets, advanced air-to-air missiles, tank ammunition, high-explosive mortars, and tactical vehicles. However, the earliest systems are not expected to be delivered until 2026.
In your business headlines now, Big Lots is closing 315 of its over 1,300 stores across the U.S., this amid ongoing financial troubles.
A specific list wasn't revealed, according to their website. It's part of an updated loan agreement to secure its finances.
And Starbucks has named its new CEO.
Brian Nickel, who is currently at Chipotle and was previously at Taco Bell, will head the coffee company. Nickel has been touted as someone who can turn companies around.
In your health headlines now, the CDC is seeing an uptick in the respiratory illness parvovirus B19, commonly called the fifth disease. Infections dropped during the COVID pandemic, which led to a reduction in immunity.
Some people never develop symptoms, but those who do get typical flu-like symptoms, followed by a rash and joint pain. It can also cause complications in pregnant women and those with sickle cell disease. A reminder to wash hands frequently and keep surfaces clean.
In more health news, a new study in the JAMA Network Open Journal says having a diet of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can lower a person's dementia risk by nearly a third. This decrease was also noted for people who had other health problems, including type 2 diabetes and heart disease. One lifestyle medicine specialist notes the study is observational and cannot make a direct link between a healthy diet and a healthy brain.
However, it does mirror existing research that links dietary inflammation and brain health. Experts say this serves as a reminder to ease up on foods like processed meats and sugary snacks. The findings were based on the results of more than 84,000 adults in the UK without dementia who were over 60 years old.
In your sports headlines now, in baseball news, in case you missed the game between the Seattle Mariners and Detroit Tigers last night, the Mariners lost with the Tigers winning 15-1.
And their next game today with the Tigers.
Olympic bronze medalist and WNBA player Dirka Hamby filed a federal lawsuit against the WNBA and the Las Vegas Aces franchise. Attorneys say it comes after Hamby was subjected to, quote, repeated acts of intimidation, discrimination, and retaliation. Her legal team says it all came to a head in January 2023 with the Aces trading Hamby because she was pregnant. A WNBA spokesperson says the league is reviewing the lawsuit.
Hamby first accused the Las Vegas Aces of wrongdoing in January 2023 when she made similar claims on social media. She believes she was traded to the Sparks because of her pregnancy. The WNBA investigated Hamby's claims after her 2023 complaint. It later suspended the Aces head coach for 2 games for violating league and team workplace policies. All right, check this out. There was a lot of activity in the night sky last night. Maybe you even caught a glimpse of the northern lights.
I didn't see it, and I'm sad once again. I missed it again. So this is what they looked like over New Jersey last night. And across the world, people have been enjoying the effects of the largest geomagnetic storm in 20 years caused by solar flares.
Yeah, the lights were even captured from the International Space Station. A time lapse shows the moon setting among the vibrant red and green auroras.
Have you guys ever seen it? Were you about to ask me that?
I was just going to ask. Yes, I have. I grew up in Saskatchewan where there were northern lights all the time.
I'm jealous.
It was beautiful.
What about you?
I did. I saw them back in, I think it was May. We had a big geomagnetic storm.
We did.
I was in
missed that
Oregon
one
at the time, and I did see them. Bucket list.
So I'm the only, no.
Oh, no.
I know.
Okay, we're going to go track them down one of these days.
One of these days, yeah. Well, also trending now, it's August and it's still summer, but despite that, more stores are rolling out the classic fall flavor. We're talking about pumpkin spice.
Yeah, IHOP is launching its fall-themed lineup on September 1st. So that includes pumpkin spice pancakes, pumpkin spice cold brew, and pumpkin cheesecake flavored pancakes.
Also, Krispy Kreme is unveiling their fall menu even earlier, announcing the return of the pumpkin spice cake donut and pumpkin spice latte. That started August 12th, 2 days ago.
Not to mention stores like Home Depot started selling Halloween decor on their website back in April. And I keep getting ads for Pottery Barn's Halloween items, so I like that it's rolling out earlier. I'm one of those.
Targeted ads. Pumpkin spice has cemented itself as a fall staple, with Americans spending more than $500 million on pumpkin spice products each year, according to data from Nielsen. Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys, is it too early for pumpkin spice?
Yes.
No.
Okay, very different answers there. And I'm just kind of on the fence.
Okay.
I like pumpkin spice. It's okay.
Okay, I'll have it one time once fall starts, and then I'm over it. Because I like my coffee black. I don't really like, sugary
it's
coffee.
A lot of sugar.
It's the feel,
Once in a while.
It gets you in the mood.
We always look forward.
Let me try to convince you.
We always look forward to the next season. Why don't we just enjoy the season that we're in?
Because it's about the journey.
Let's enjoy this season.
Oh, man.
Well, up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6, it is Operation Best Friend time, and we're introducing you to 3 kittens.
Oh, plus Riley Fitzgerald has more on PNNL's brand new 93,000 square foot research facility, one that's bringing 100 researchers and will have 30 labs.
And I'll have another look at a bit of a brisk morning, also a rundown of all the fires burning in the area. That's going to be coming up at 6.